Guys, the Chickens here, bringing you another Rush Wars video. In today's video, guys, we're going to be talking about the Helipod, how to use them, where to use them, when to use them, why to use them, and more. So stick around. Okay, so let's collect up these defensive stars, guys, and today we're going to be playing around with one of the chickens. Ooh, look at this, we got a new league progress. We're almost a champion. So we're going to be talking about how to use the Helipod, how they're great, how they're not so great. How much time? We got lots of time left in the battle day. Did I set my base up? I think I did. Let's do a troop draft here. Maybe we'll get some Helipods. That would be nice. Okay, get rid of the gorilla. Pitcher's not really that good. Jetpacks are good. Sneaky Ninja is probably the worst. Okay, let's get rid of the pitcher. Oh man, we got Sneaky Ninja. Rough draft to say the least. But yeah, so we're gonna get some Helipods if they're in here. Damn, pretty crappy deals today. 22 lasers is probably the best one. I might get 12 invisibilities. That's actually pretty nice. That's exactly how many we need to upgrade it to. So let's get these just because we already have the gems, guys. We'll take that. And what's the next one to flip to? Okay, just jetpacks. So let's upgrade the invisibility. And that's going to give us an extra half second, which is pretty huge, honestly. We'll upgrade the gorilla just because I have the gold. And okay, so let's get into some basic Helipod comps. So a really good comp for the Helipod is 2 tanks and the helicopter with whatever commander. I'm just gonna keep this on troops, airdrops, whatever. We'll get into that a little bit later, but using the tanks with the Helipods works really well because the tanks they have so much HP that they can, you know, essentially be a tank for the Helipods. And the biggest thing about using the tanks with the Helipods is that they do splash damage, so they'll take out things like shields, bazookas, other units like that can be a pretty big deterrent for using Helipods. You know, the troops that do air defense, rocket trucks, jetpacks. Obviously, they're not going to touch, but we have other counters for those. So we'll use this one first, I guess. And in my opinion, the best ability to use with the Helipods is either going to be, you know, Siren, Medkit, Paratroopers, or Invisibility is probably the best and the strongest at the moment. Just because it allows them to, you're essentially like bypassing a defense. If there's jetpacks or something near you, you can just, you know, go invisible, sneak past them, get to the gold mine while your other troops take that down. So we're going to show you. So this is actually a pretty good setup here because the cannon is able to target the Helipod. So this is going to be a good way to use the tanks as a distraction. So I'll always try to the thing you have to keep in mind about using the Helipod is that they're fast. So if you put them all out at the same time, they're going to run out ahead, which is not what you want. So you do have to be pretty careful about that. It looks like the bazooka has locked onto the tank, which is perfect. Because all I need to do is get this Helipod to reach over to that cannon. We're going to have to use the invisibility on it right now. I don't think we're going to have enough juice to be able to take down the cannon. So, yeah, we just got kind of rough. That was a little bit rough because the tank on the right side went down. If he had been able to stay alive a little bit longer, we probably would have been okay. But it wasn't the greatest. We'll try this one more time to show you guys that it is actually good. Apparently, I'm healing up the bear. I didn't mean to do that, but... here we go. Okay, so this guy's got laser shields and a pitcher. So this is going to be interesting. So I'm going to do what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to bunch the. Actually, no, I'm going to spread the tanks out just so the laser doesn't hit them all at once. But I am going to try to keep the Helipod pretty close because since everything's so grouped up here, wow, that was fast. I want to keep all of the damage kind of as off. Certain troops as I can and spread it out a little bit more between the tanks. Now it looks like this Helipod is going to go down again, unfortunately. Man, those cannons, they're killing us. If we can get them to hit everything at once, if this tank is able to target everybody, it's still not going to be enough. It does work very well. Trust me, guys. Like, this is what I used to push for the longest time, was just tanks and Helipods. So we're going to try it one more time before we get into something else. We still got lots of time, so... yeah, the thing you got to be worried about, the biggest thing is going to be cannons and Gatling guns. This is a pretty not friendly base for tanks, so we're going to skip this one. So this guy's got this looks a little bit better. So this is how we're supposed to use the strategy, guys. We'll go like this. We'll get the tanks moving first, and then we're going to put the helipod in for kind of a cleanup, just like that. Now you have to be aware that the shields will do air damage, so you have to be looking at that as your helipods are coming through. So the helipod is going to come over here, and you see the bazooka doesn't do that much damage to it, but you still do have to be worried about him. So we're going to be able to get this first one down. I think they're going to go to the top gold mine after this. The tank's going to go around to the laser, so he's probably going to die, but that's basically all you're trying to do is just take out the key air defenses and just kind of go from there. This is going to be very... nah, the laser, man, he does too much damage. He's so OP. So, I don't know. That's basically how you use him with tanks. It's very strong when it works. It depends on the base, though. So, the next helipod strategy that I like to do is I like to go helipods and 2 lasers, because as we just saw, the lasers are incredibly OP. So we're going to use the invis, and I'll use Lady Grenade, because why not? And the lasers are just great because they kind of counter everything, but they can't take as much damage, so you really have to fight everything at once more so than letting the lasers, because if you do it like it's different than how we were just using the tanks, because if you just put everything out at once, we were able to do it a little bit here. But if you put the lasers out too early, then it doesn't give the helipod enough chance to catch up, and the lasers don't have nearly as much HP, so that can be an issue for them. Now these are aside from the obvious air defenses, the plumber hole is really an annoying defense to deal with the helipod, because it takes. I guess most troops do this in Rush Wars. It takes them a long time to lock onto a target, but once they do, they start firing very quickly. So it can be a pretty good deterrent for the helipod, the plumbers, because it keeps, it takes a very long time. Same with most troops, I guess, to continually lock on and try to take them down. So I like using them with lasers. Obviously, it worked there. Now, what you can also do is you can go all air, which it either works. It either works really well or it doesn't. Again, it depends on the base. So you really have to find the right base that doesn't have a ton of air splash damage. This one actually doesn't. He doesn't have any gold anyway, so we might as well find another one. Now this looks interesting. He's got nothing but rocket trucks. So we could try this. We could try this, guys, but we got to keep the. We got to keep the jetpacks at bay. All this is going to come down to is the timing of the invisibility. Because look at all the rocket trucks. Okay, so we're going to go invis right there. And I think we were too early on it. Those shields really distracted us a lot longer than I thought. Oh. Rocket trucks don't do air damage. Okay. Well, we'll add that to the show notes, guys, because I didn't realize that was a thing. But, yeah. So, for bases like that have essentially no air defense aside from the shields. Very, very easy. Very, very easy. So, what else do we got? Another good combination. You can kind of use them with anything for the most part. That's probably the 2 main helipod comps that I would use. If you want to use 2 helipods, I would go with using the shields probably as, this would probably be the last one, the last way to really use them. And we can go shields, and we can go... We'll switch it up. We'll go paratroopers. I find paratroopers does actually work somewhat okay. Invisibility is just the strongest airdrop that you can use right now. It's like... Yeah, you can just get so much value out of it. But the paratroopers can work very well for things like cannons that we're going to face here. So let's try to see what we can do with that. Actually, this base kind of sucks, and also doesn't have any gold. Let's find a little bit harder base than this one, I think. So this guy's got pitchers, shields, bazookas. Okay, let's try taking this one down, guys. So we're gonna go shields, and then we're gonna go both helipods in behind. Now the shields have a pretty fast movement speed, so they're able to still stay in front of the helipods. That's why we're able to throw them out kind of all together. So we're going to, I'm gonna go like this, and this is just kind of a Hail Mary here. If this works, I really need a lot of splash damage from these helipods, and we're not gonna get it. We're not gonna get it. So it's not easy. It's not always easy. It's not always easy, guys. But for the most part, the helipod's still my favorite troop in the game. I do find them pretty overpowered. Like we saw in some bases, we were able to just absolutely crush them. just simply by using air troops. So let me know what you guys like to use helipods with, or if you even have them unlocked yet down below in that comment section. Let me know what you want to see in the next Rush Wars video. And guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. That is going to wrap it up with the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. And we'll see you next one. Guys, chicken out. Back.